Hi guys, Super Bean Man here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you my run of the Denied Area co-op map where I got the 3 stars requirement by beating it in under 16 minutes to unlock the Hellride trophy. Now this is by far the toughest of the 3 co-op missions to get 3 stars in, because the time limit does seem quite tight, and you've got a lot to do in this, and it did take me a good 10 or so completed runs before I got enough time to beat the trophy. And that run that you just saw there was my time that I got before this one when I beat it. So I was using the assault class, and here we go, here's the run. So straight off the bat, the game will tell you to do this first bit stealthily, but I find it's best to just snipe this guy in the little hut thing, then snipe the guy in the head outside of the hut, and then just make your way down. If, like me, you're playing with randoms, they'll probably still be watching the intro at this point. Then you want to take out these 2 guys on this roof here, and then we're going to have a 3rd guy on a roof just to the right of these, and this is the guy that has the it's like a mortar sort of missile launcher thing that he will just bombard you with if the alarm goes off. So if you miss him like I do here, you can still get a chance, because you'll sort of stop here at the steps or by the ladder or whatever it is. It'll allow you to get another shot on him, and then once you've done that, just start to push forward towards A. There's a couple of guys on the right here that I just take out just to stop them all from shooting at me, but at this point the base is like alerted to me now, so they're all sort of starting to attack, and you'll find that someone will go back on that rooftop to launch the mortars. So now we just basically want to keep pushing forward to just get to that building to take him out. So you'll see me switch to the pistol here because it's just easy to kill people with that from like the hip than the other gun we have. So I go through that building, and then I'm in the open now, but I'll just go to the SAM site and place the bomb on it just to get that out of the way really quickly, because time is of the essence here. So we are going to just be rushing through a lot of areas. Even though there's loads of enemies around, you can just rush through, and most of the time you'll be okay. So as we go up into this room, at the very back there's a ladder, and that will take us to the roof where we can finally take out that other annoying enemy on the mortar gun. So from up here we can now just snipe a few more enemies, but what I would advise you to do is to drop down the roof to where the restock crate is, and just get all your ammo supplies. Make sure you pick up the revive, the self-revive needle thing, and also pick up the I think it's like the PLAN launcher, the large rocket launcher that you'll see there just behind that guy, because that's what we're going to use to take out the choppers that attack us, because they're really bloody annoying. So you don't have to do what I'm doing here and clear everyone out, because I am losing a bit of time here. But yeah, make sure you grab that stim and then swap out the pistol for that launcher, and then use the crate behind me to restock your ammo if need be. Then you both as a team want to get into this truck. Ideally the second player who's not driving wants to stand on the back and be ready with the launcher, because as we go around this corner a helicopter's going to come from the left hand side by those trees. Here it is, and stupidly I didn't have the launcher equipped, so make sure you got that equipped ready. When you fire your first one, he'll always drop flares so you won't blow it up, but you'll be able to kill it on your second one. So just aim and then wait until it goes red, the target, and then fire, and you'll get him. The driver then just wants to make sure they avoid any mines that the helicopter dropped onto the road, and then we want to just keep following this road around towards the next objective. But the key here now is to always be moving in this truck. The guy on the back needs to snipe the rocket launcher guys on the next rooftop of the building in front of us. There's one here. Even if you don't manage to kill him, just make sure you at least hit him once, because that'll sort of make him stumble and stop him from firing a rocket at us, allowing us to get past safely. Because you can see here, I miss him quite a bit, but eventually I catch him and he sort of stumbles. And then we've got another guy on the roof next to us here, and one in the watchtower, so you want to try and get them as quick as you can. And then we've finally got a 4th one on the next building on the left here, so make sure you can take them out. Whoever's good at shooting needs to be on the back of the truck to do that, because the key is to just keep moving, because we don't have to fight all these, we can just keep moving. So as we drive through here, we'll go around these roadblocks, and eventually we'll come to like a checkpoint place, and more than likely here we'll get attacked by a rocket launcher guy on the building on the right. If that happens and your truck blows up, just jump out, because there's another truck on the left, which you can see here. This is what happens to us. Look, so I try and take this other truck, but my partner sort of doesn't come with me, so I just move the truck down, because I know we're going to get ambushed by 2 armoured vehicles here. So I'm just trying to get it out of the way. But eventually, once we get past this bit, I forget about the truck anyway. So now just take out these guys in the back of the armoured vehicles. They'll all just sort of weirdly sit in the vehicle for a while, allowing you to easily take them out. They're just sitting ducks, basically. And then just kill the drivers, and make sure you've got rid of the rocket launcher guy on the rooftop, because he'll just shoot those cars and wreck them. Kill any ones that come out, but just try and quickly get to the trucks and drive out. There is an ammo box here. There's no revive kits here, but there is all the ammo that you can resupply, as well as your armour. So you always want to make sure you've got your 3 armour plates on, so you can then pick up more from the box to have 3 in reserve. It's the little blue bars at the bottom left that show you how many you have equipped. So here I'm just panicking, trying to figure out where the hell that truck was, forgetting that I moved it down there. So instead I get into the armoured car, and at this point you both want to split up and go in 2 separate vehicles, because as we drive towards this marker here, we're going to get a new objective to destroy 3 more SAM sites. So the key here now is to have one player go and attack the D SAM site and another player go for the B SAM site. So in my video here of my gameplay, I'm going to show you me going for D, and then afterwards I'm going to cut the video and show myself going for B and how I approach that one, so I get to cover both sides of this. So as soon as you see the road split to the right, you want to just go up here and follow this path around. You can either go in the truck or in this armoured vehicle, but I wouldn't advise you going in a normal car, because that'll get blown up pretty much straight away. These can take a little bit more damage before they're wrecked. So the aim is to just get now as close as we can to the building with the mortar guy on the rooftop. So as we approach this, you'll start to see him firing the mortar. So that'll give you a good idea of where he is. Just try and follow my line here, because it kind of works well in that we get protected. Here when I drop, I slow down so we don't get hit by that mortar strike. Then we just want to drive around and get to the door. So we're just going to jump out, kill any ones that are in our path, and get to the door and go inside. Now we're pretty much safe. Sometimes on this corner here you might see 2 or 3 inside at the bottom, but if they're not there, you've definitely got 2 at the top. Now you don't have to shoot those, you can just run up there and melee on both and you should be okay. Before going upstairs, up the ladder, I would advise you to just put any armour plates on that you have left, just so you're fully armoured. Then when you go up, take out that guy on that turret, and now from here we can easily kill any enemies that are on the other 2 buildings by us. For some reason in my playthrough they came down the stairs, but usually they stay on the roof, and then we can get the 2 on this side. And now from here we can easily kill any of the enemies that are down by the SAM site. Usually you might see several on the right here by the ammo restock area, and sometimes they'll be on the left running around. But just get a few until you feel like you're confident that you'll be okay, because just to warn you, some enemies will come up to that roof behind you, so you don't want to stay up there too long. Drop down and head to this restock place to get more armour plates as well as more ammo. Unfortunately, I ended up picking up another gun at this point, so I have to run back to the crate now and desperately try and find my gun, because this is the one you want, because it's easy to get headshots with this scope. So restock properly this time, and now just blow up the SAM site. Now once this one blows up, there is going to be a helicopter, and in my playthrough the other player has already blown up B, so they're getting told there's a helicopter coming, but I thought it was for me, so I was panicking here just waiting for it, because I didn't want it to kill me as I went for the truck. So I was trying to hide behind cover, but the chopper isn't coming for me at this point. So you don't have to do this. You could make it to the truck on the right. As soon as you've blown up the thing, just run to the truck. You don't have to wait here, because this was costing me a good 30 seconds or so. But anyway, I've just restocked while I'm waiting around, killing more enemies, making sure I've got enough armour plates. See, there's an enemy that went up to the roof to try and find me. So yeah, I think there's a revive thing there as well, so if you have used one already, you can pick up another one just there. It's in the same locations in this unit as it was in the first area. So now I've given up on waiting for the chopper, and I'm running towards the truck that's parked next to that house. But here the chopper just comes out and starts to attack me. So I'll switch to the launcher, and I use this wall for cover. So if it does attack you here, use the wall for cover. If you manage to get to the truck and you're driving, I'll point out where it will probably get you, and a good strategy to deal with it there. But 2 shots again, and that's down. And now we're going to take this truck. Now on the road, you can see on the right there was a flashing red light. There are mines about, so follow my path. You cut through here and drop down, and now we can drive to C. And at this point you'd probably get attacked by the chopper, so once you drop down, jump out and use those walls that we saw bouncing down as the cover to take out the chopper. So yeah, that is it now. From D we're going to C, but I'm going to stop the video here and jump back to show you what you do at B if you're that player going that way. Okay, so if you're the player going for B, congrats, you've got the easier one. So as you approach this, there's a guy in a watchtower that you need to take out because he's got an RPG, so kill him, and then come to this area here, right by the ammo restock place. So we can pick up all the stuff we need, get more armor plates, and then just go and attack this one. This one you can just rush in, really. All we need to do is take out a couple of RPG guys on the rooftops, and then there's another watchtower at the back that you could try and kill the guy on, because he could cause you a few problems. Then we just want to basically jump over the wall, kill any enemies that are in our direct path, and then just push forwards to B, and then just plant the bomb on it, and then come out the way we came, basically. So you can see them all here, they're not looking at me. Please note, this bit of footage, I do have my partner with me at this location, but this strategy still works when you're on your own. I just didn't have a clip of me doing this one on my own because I always went to D. But that's the watchtower there behind that building. Sometimes there's a rocket launcher guy there that you have to watch out for, plus a few enemies around the front of that little building. And then sometimes there's enemies in this corner here on the right, so watch out as you come over that little wall. And then just plant the bomb. As soon as it's planted, you don't tend to get shot when you're planting them. Enemies never killed me once when I was planting a bomb, even when there was enemies there. So as soon as you planted it, jump back over that wall, go back round to this restock place, get more armor plates, put more armor plates on, get some more after that, get your ammo, get some more rocket launcher ammo, and then jump into this truck right by this petrol station and head towards C. So as you're going towards C on your own, there will be a helicopter that attacks you here. I mentioned it when I was at D earlier in the video, so just pull out the car and deal with it like you've done with all the others. 2 shots to kill it, and then drive forwards to C, and then we'll now cut back to the first clip showing me coming from D to C. So as we approach C, you might have seen it in the other clip, there's a watchtower and there is an RPG guy in there, so do shoot him. Just stop the car, pull out and shoot him with your pistol, or shoot a rocket at him if you want to. It doesn't always blow up the tower, so just be aware of it. There it is there, look, right in front of us. But the other player has already killed him, so I haven't got to worry about it now, because the player who goes to B will more than likely get to C first before the player from D gets over there, because it's just further away and D's harder. So just drive up this path, cut through this little off-road bit here to get to the top right side of it. There's an enemy in that watchtower you want to take out, and then there's an enemy in the left one, but the other player's already killed him. Now, when I got here, the guy's already attacking from that left, and I made the decision to go right, which is what won it, basically, because there's a juggernaut in this section, one of those heavily armoured guys that will just tear you to shreds, and he's already been aggroed by the other player, so I knew he was on that side, so I should have been free to come round this way and quickly plant the bomb and get out of there the way I came. For the player who's distracting the juggernaut, a good tactic is to jump on this armoured car next to the restock place and just shoot over the wall at all the enemies in this area. Once you find where the juggernaut is, just keep hitting him, and that should keep him distracted. It's just a safer way of doing it, and you're closer to all the ammo. There is a grenade launcher that you could have picked up earlier on, but I would suggest both of you having the rocket launcher instead. But yeah, you can see here I'm just distracting him by standing on this and shooting over, so that's a nice easier way of doing it. So unfortunately there were quite a few enemies here, but you can see I'm throwing flashbangs as well as just trying to keep pushing forwards. They all clustered and I could easily kill them, but just keep lobbing flashbangs as you go around, and that'll take them out long enough for you to get the bomb on the thing and get out of there. Always make sure before you go in here though that you've got 3 armor plates on and you've got 3 spare. So then once it's planted, you want to get out of there as quick as you can. Now I was just trying to get straight back out, but unfortunately something shot the shit out of me, so I just made a detour to a cover inside a building to put the plates on. Then I jumped out the back of it, and once I was ready, I just sprinted straight to the exit. And you can see there, look, that was a really easy one because he was distracting the Juggernaut. I think he might have even killed him. So as soon as that happens, you want to quickly run back to the restock point and get ready to shoot the next final helicopter that's coming, and it's just straight in front of us there in the distance. And if you're good, you can actually kill it before it gets anywhere near you, because you can lock onto it right away. Unfortunately here it gets right on top of us and takes out the other player, but thankfully I could revive him. So once he's down, if you need to, pick up anyone who's dead, do a quick restock, and then jump into this armoured car that's conveniently parked right next to this ammo restock station. So both of you get in here, and now the key now is to just stay in this vehicle. You don't want to get out of this, because all we got to do now is drive to the extraction point. There will be an ambush of like 3 trucks that try and take us out, but you just want to stay in the car. The other player can hang out and shoot to try and slow them down, but you just want to stay in the car together, because the plane's going to land on the runway now. And what we need to do to make sure we don't hit the plane is drive this way, and we want to go to the right of this building and sort of stop briefly to allow the plane to come in and land on the runway, because the amount of times I played this where I bombed straight onto the runway and then got taken out by the plane was way too many. So you just do that and just arc around to the left, because you can probably dodge them all quite a lot, as I've done there. Now it's just a straight line to where the plane's stopped. And the second player in the car who's shooting can just shoot at the enemies or use the rockets to just slow them down, but for the most part they don't really give you a problem. Sometimes one might catch up and park in front of you, but just go around to the left here and you'll get past him and get onto the thing. Drive up to there and make sure you brake when you get in there, because if you crash you might blow up and die, and that's the last thing you want to happen. So there you go. That is my strategy for getting the time within 16 minutes complete on this to get 3 stars and the Hellride trophy. I hope this has helped you. Good luck with this trophy. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Absolutely smashed that.